Here's Black. They've got Trey Young. Larry Nance out there with Hunter. And there's Doc. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Now, here's Banchero. Outside Anthony. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge it. Right. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Wow. Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Wagner's checked in for Wendell Carter. Gabe Vincent comes in for Cole Anthony. And it's Suggs in for Black. And it's Wagner missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Doc. And another one falls. Amazing.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Pass to Banchero. Here's Bitadze. Shot clock at 6. Now Banchero. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paulo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant. And a big man who can do a little bit of everything, Banchero's future is certainly bright.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Hits it again. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Wagner with it. Banchero outside. Got a piece of it. And they'll get another chance. Here's De Silva. Covered by Hunter. De Silva, no good. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Doc can't get it to go.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up in.
And finished off by Wagner.
Well, look, you can't let Wagner get this deep. You deserve to get dunked on when you give him this position.
It's good.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Here's Vincent. Back to Suggs. Pass to Wagner. Drops in the layup for 2. Wagner's got 11 in the second half.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Doc can't get it to go. And here's Banchero. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Pass to Suggs. Banchero with the ball. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Hunter trying to get open. Doc can't get it to go. The Magic shoot here in the 4th quarter, around 41%. Suggs, and yes, it's good. Suggs has got 21 in the game.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Here's Doc. Got it. Good job in the low post. And Greg recently, MP had a milestone game. recording the first triple-double of his career.
And there should be plenty more to come over the course of his career. MP's a guy that's willing and able to do whatever it takes for his team to win.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this.
Another possession, another assist.
And that last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. How about the night he's having?
He's been on time and pinpoint with his passing all game long. Fantastic performance to tie the franchise record. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. Goga Bitadze is checked in for Mo Wagner.
Goga Bitadze.
And it's the Magic with the ball. To the inside. There's Bitadze. He blocks it again.
What a defensive performance. 12 blocks.
Well, he's shutting them down right now. And another assist for him.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision both to find his teammates and to reach new heights. Now, here's Banchero over Johnson. And it's Banchero missing.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
And again.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Suggs looking around. Lets it fly. Grabs the rebound again.
Boy, this guy plays hard, acting like every board is his.
Would you believe he's tied the team record for most rebounds in a game? I mean, this is unbelievable.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
Well, clearly the defense has had no answer for them. Might be time to try something different.
Here's De Silva. Suggs passes to Vincent. And again with the rebound.
Another board, and he's set the franchise record for rebounds in a game. What an absolute vacuum he's been tonight.
He's inhaled any and every miss off the glass. Great performance to write his name in the team record books.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hawks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Doc.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
Here's Bitadze. That three off the mark. Here's Doc. That's good, and Johnson with the assist.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of a potential comeback.
And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
MP.
Bettina.
MP, you just did one of the most incredible things anyone has ever done in the history of professional sports.
It's true.
When you see something like that, or when you do something like that, it's hard to describe it in anything other than cliche. Which had me thinking, athletes sometimes describe nights like tonight as, the hoop being bigger, appearing bigger than usual. Is that actually true? Or is it just a phrase that gets thrown around to try and describe the indescribable?
It seems transparent, like there is no rim. On a night like tonight, you feel where the rim is more than you see it, if that makes any sense.
It does.
Yeah, I feel like I could have played with my eyes closed tonight and still got the win. That's how locked in I was.
You should try that on your next game.
You know what, maybe I will, actually, because otherwise I might fall asleep out there. This game is getting way too easy for me, Bettina. Thank you, Bettina. Joe.
Where does breaking this record rank as far as your career accomplishments?
It's huge, obviously, but I've always been a team guy, and I know that sounds silly coming from someone who scored 100 points, I get that, but if we don't get the chip this year, it's definitely going to be a bittersweet moment. I'll tell you that for sure, and it's team over everything. There's no question about that. It's not even close.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, MP, question over here.
Never thought I'd see someone score over 100 points. You're unbelievable, man.
Man, I know scoring is up, but topping 100, just ridiculous. Go off, MP.
In sports and in most lines of work, the deck is stacked against the new guy. The way MP has showed up and showed out like he has makes him
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock.
She got fit, but she wanna get thin again. Drinking apple cider vinegar, wearing skin, cause she wanna be Kim in it. Alright, I know they are best.
These are the games you have to win to be taken serious.
Welcome everyone to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With our analysts Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaF. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. You look at Atlanta, they have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course Detroit, not posing much of a threat right now.
Right now for Detroit, it's really been an intriguing year for them. I mean, they work hard, they play gritty, but they're just so inconsistent.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
A look at the Pistons starting group. Tim Hardaway is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Cunningham in at the point. And for the Hawks, Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Doc in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Grant, just the other day, MP recorded the first triple-double of his career.
Yeah, he put on quite the display, B.A., doing everything he could for his team. MP is extremely talented. I'll go out on a limb and say that won't be the last triple-double of his career. I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws here for the night. First free throw is good. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
Doc gets the bucket.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Here's Hardaway. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Cunningham outside. And again, no good by Detroit.
I know it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tighter.
Good. Doc's got 7 points in the game.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Duren with it. Here's Cunningham. They need this. Deflected! And it's going to be out of bounds. Detroit will have another go. For 3, Caldwell Pope, and he buries his first look. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Doc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. 9 points in the game.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Caldwell Pope, a screen on Young. And here's Cunningham outside. And Detroit another 3.
Right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
Here's Doc into the lane.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Outside Hardaway, back to Cunningham. Over Young, he got a piece of it, and he recovers it. It's good.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor. Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Pistons trail by 5. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Hardaway on the wing. Outside Tucker. Shoots over Johnson. Tucker, no good. The Hawks have got 6 of 8 shots to go. To the middle. Here's Doc. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Well, this team has trusted Young's ability to run an offense, and that includes him finding teammates.
Outside Hardaway. Cunningham looking it over. The rebound by Atlanta.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Here's Doc. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Doc's got 19 points.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Here's Duran. Left side, Hardaway. Pass to Cunningham. Outside Hardaway. 5 on the clock. And again, no good by Detroit. The Hawks lead by 11. Daniels passes to Johnson. Down low. Here's Doc. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. He shot 2 free throws in the game. He's made 1 and missed 1.
He could not find the mark from the free throw line in their last game.
Well, Grant, we've just passed the All-Star break. What does the focus turn into for these teams now?
You know, B.A., when the All-Star break is in the rear view, you know it's go time. This is the time of year where you have to give it your all.
And the timeout called here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. here. Ivy's checked in. Here in February, there's still plenty of the season ahead of us. But let's check in on the Rookie of the Year race and see which of these young talents charge. He's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class, so it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy later on.
Me too. And it's the way that he's just sustained his level of play for the entire season. So consistent. No major peaks, no huge valleys. That's pretty impressive stuff and heady stuff from a rookie.
Doc, no good. Pistons trail by 13. Pass to Tucker. Cunningham outside. Floats one up. Yep, that one goes. Cunningham's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Just 2 for 8 shooting early on. Maybe that hoop will help build some momentum.
Doc. Gets the bucket.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, Grant, aside from making the East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Cunningham. And Young pulls it down.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
To the inside, here's Doc. That's in, coming off an assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Tucker. Duran with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Here's Young. Yet to see a basket. Doc gets the bucket.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Pistons trail by 17. And the dunk by Duran.
Duran, one of the league's most powerful players. He doesn't mess around close to the basket.
Here's Daniels. Inside. Duran with a steal. Cunningham against Young. Ivy passes to Tucker. And is blocked. To the paint. Here's Doc. And the layup is good off the glass. Doc's got 29. And now we'll get a perspective. perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Daniels passes to Johnson. Here's Doc. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
To the inside. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3. Caldwell Pope's got 6.
Well, not a volume shooter, but the three-point percentages from KCP, they're solid.
Doc gets the bucket.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by 18. Ivy outside. Got a hand on it.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
To the middle. Here's Doc. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Young's got 9 assists now tonight.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Cunningham passes to Tucker. Now Caldwell Pope. Cunningham with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 7.
And that's some force coming from your 6'7", 6'8" point guard. That's tough to stop.
On the wing, Daniels. Ivy defends. Doc gets the bucket.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Ivy passes to Cunningham.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good, and some changes here for Detroit. Stewart comes in for Tucker, and Tim Hardaway subbed in for Caldwell Pope.
And Cunningham with that #1 selection, lots of expectations for him, so a steep learning curve to get to the level that he wants to play at, but he's got a great work ethic, and he's going to give you his best effort every night.
The kick out to Young. Beyond the arc, and the three-pointer goes.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And that's what you get with Cunningham running the show.
Atlanta leading by 19. Doc passes to Okongwu. Here's Doc, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Doc's got 39.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Doc in their last time out against the Magic was a man on a mission. He dropped an amazing number of points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Inside, here's Doc. Boom! He jams it straight down.
That's a good, solid heads-up play from Hunter. Finds the spot-up ready man.
And here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game. Stewart, a screen on Young. Here's Cunningham. And again, no good by Detroit.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Doc. He's watched by Cunningham with the second effort, and he lays it in. Doc Hawks got 43 points.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's Atlanta, up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Boy, a very convincing performance so far from the Hawks.
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here are the five Detroit has to start the second. We've got Holland. Malik Beasley is out there with Ivy. Then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Hardaway in at the three. Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Reed passes to Beasley. He gets it in there.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Pass to Doc. Hunter on the wing. From deep. Offensive rebound.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Well, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And the foul on the shot. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And it's so tough to contain Ivy's young athleticism. He goes right at the defense hard and gets the contact.
Atlanta making some changes here. Johnson, he's checked in for Okongwu. And it's Rizachet in for Hunter. And Young has got the ball here for the Atlanta Hawks. They'll be hosting Miami for their next game. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Beasley outside. Pass to Hardaway. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
He's a decent scorer, and Hardaway can get it going, so he draws defenders' attention and gets the call that time.
Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Hardaway hits them both.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
The Hawks lead by 21. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Here's Ivy. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Young.
And Ivy has no fear when it comes to getting inside. He's got a strong frame and doesn't mind taking contact when he has to.
So he's able to get 1 of 2.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
And you watch Jalen Johnson, his athleticism, man, it's unique.
Pretty unique at his size, right, B.A.? He just glides around the court. He's got great speed when they play in transition and can get above the rim. So this guy, a bit of a matchup nightmare, just think when he gets his confidence.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Down low. Hardaway comes with a double. He got it again. Sensational. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Ivy against Young. Pass to Stewart. Outside Hardaway. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Beasley with a screen on Young. To the middle. Here's Stewart looking to win the run. It's hauled in by Doc.
The defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
The Pistons clear it. Last time they met in Detroit.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Young against Ivy. Stewart outside. Launches a three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Stewart's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
And Stewart just preparing himself ahead of the catch to be in rhythm for that jumper.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Young.
Looked like a simple play and turned into a turnover. Can't give away possessions like that.
Sasser's checked in for Hardaway. Ivy against Bogdanovich. The floater sinks that one after missing his first two attempts. Now 1 for 3.
When Ivy's hitting like this, he's got that feeling. That shot becomes unguardable.
Doc passes to Johnson. Now here's Young. Inside. Here's Doc. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Pass to Stewart. The three ball. It's hauled in by Doc. The Hawks have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Johnson with it. Bogdanovich passes to Doc. Lays it up and banks it in. Doc's got 57 points.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Ivy against Bogdanovich. Ivy's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Now here's Ivy. He's got 5. Pass to Holland. Sasser outside. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Young. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Here's Atlanta with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run to the paint. And it's good! He hits another one!
Oh, make that 61 points.
Everything is going his way right now. On the wing, Ivy. There's the double with Bogdanovich. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Tucker's checked in for Detroit. Cunningham comes in for Sasser. Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
No, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
To the inside. Here's Doc. And he gets it to go.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Beasley with a screen on Bogdanovich. Now Ivy. He's got 6. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by Doc. Doc's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Power Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Young with the double team. Here's Tucker. Three-pointer off the mark. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Nice pass by Ricochet. You can already see he has a high basketball IQ.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Ivy, a screen on Young. Pass to Stewart. Can they get it? The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, good sign here as Stewart showing he has the range to step back and do that.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Stewart, a screen on Young. Down low. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Inside, here's Doc. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. Beasley, pass to Cunningham. Out to Beasley. There's the 3. And Detroit another 3.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Doc. And that one is hammered home.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Stewart finds Cunningham. Atlanta with the rebound. Doc's.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
The offensive rebound. Soft touch off the glass.
This guy has been wreaking havoc out there the last couple games.
You saw by that putback there, he's just completely locked in. They're getting full contributions from him right now.
It's Cunningham with a drive. Back to Stewart. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Cunningham missing.
A rough game for him scoring the ball. Just can't seem to get it going.
Here's Doc. And another one! Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
B.A., it feels like he can't miss.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
A nice shot by Ivy.
Ivy using that mid-range well.
Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second.
Oh, my God. That was impressive. How many guys can flush it like this man?
Not many. That's for sure. He can really fly.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
Here's Stewart. No good from 11 feet. Stewart's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. To the middle. Here's Doc. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Young against Cunningham. Pass to Tucker. Johnson with the defensive effort. Here's Atlanta now. Here's Young. To the inside. Here's Doc. And again, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
He's doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Bogdanovich against Ivy. It's deflected. 51 seconds left in the second. Here's Doc. Yet another bucket.
And he's been out of this world tonight. I mean, unreal on the offensive end.
Boy, the points just keep adding up. Close to the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. Pass to Stewart to halt the run. And counted. Now 4 for 9.
And you're going to have to respect that. He can knock him down. Isaiah Stewart with a J.
Here's Doc. Stewart defends. Here's Rizachet. Outside Young. Down low. Here's Doc. Yet another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Young against Cunningham. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go for him. And so it's Atlanta, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. We'll be right back after this word.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Thanks for. I love how they've kept the ball moving. Make the defense play musical chairs out there.
Musical chairs? I think you mean. And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. We've got one from Double Clutch Cleo. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Rizachet and Johnson, they're the forwards. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels, and it's Doc in at the center position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Inside. And the dunk by Duren.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul of the game. Pistons on D, right wing. From deep, Johnson connects from downtown.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Duren. And here's Caldwell Pope. For 3, Hardaway. The shot, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Cunningham passes to Tucker. Now here's Duren. Back to Tucker. Cunningham outside. 5 to shoot. And he banks in the layup. Cunningham's got 13 now.
And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Outside Johnson. To the paint. Oh, another one falls.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in the game ever. He is hitting everything.
It is truly one of the greatest games in league history. He can't miss. The Pistons have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Cunningham passes to Duren. Oh, sweet move. The rebound by Atlanta. Johnson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. The Hawks have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Doc, covered by Duren. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And now it's time to take a look at who the top rookie passers were over the last month. Zach Rizachet, 3rd.
I really like how he sees the floor. A selfless distributor who enjoys hitting those guys in their spots.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And the slam from Hardaway Jr. Can't forget about his athleticism.
Doc, Duran with a rebound. Cunningham against Young. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Their lead could be even bigger right now, but their efficiency from the line has dropped off a little.
Hunter's checked in for Johnson. And the switch here also for Detroit. Stewart's checked in. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Here's Cunningham. He's got 15. Shoots over Young, and it's Cunningham missing. Young looking around. Here's Doc. Another one falls. Amazing.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now 3rd all-time for points in a game. 1 for the ages. Tucker, the pass to Hardaway. Sinks the tray. Hardaway's got 7 points in the game.
He's got some growing confidence right now in the catch-and-shoot game, Hardaway Jr. It feels like he could score from anywhere.
Down low. Here's Doc. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 4 rebounds in the game. All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offense.
And yes, another basket.
And incredible. Never thought we'd see another player score this much.
Man, it feels surreal, doesn't it? That score puts him tied for the 2nd most points in an NBA game. What an historic night.
And they've won the battle on the board so far, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Hunter passes to Young, to the middle. Here's Doc. Again! What an avalanche!
He is ripping through this defense and continues his assault on the record books.
And that score moves him into 2nd place for most points in a game. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Now here's Cunningham, guarded by Young. There's another block. And that's 9 blocks.
And you know he's going to be coming hard for that 10th one, too.
Doc passes to Young. To the inside. Here's Doc. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Doc's got 15 points here in the second half. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Left side, Hardaway. Cunningham outside. Shot to stop the run. Buries it from 3. Cunningham's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Doc. Another possession, another assist.
And this last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. What a performance he's having.
He's been passing with pinpoint accuracy all game long. Outside Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope, the pass to Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
And another dime for him.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision, both to find his teammates and to reach for new heights. Three-pointer Stewart. Rebounded by the Hawks. Pass to Doc. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Stewart outside. It's hauled in by Doc. Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
On the wing, Caldwell Pope. He's got 6. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Yet another assist.
And the passing display just doesn't end. Tally up another assist for him.
Well, that one will put him tied for 3rd in the all-time assist list. One of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, we haven't seen someone notch 28 assists since 1991. This has been the performance of a lifetime.
And there's the rejection. Tucker, no good.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that.
Another possession, another assist.
This is a passing display for the ages. Beautiful.
The dimes keep piling up, and he is now tied for the 2nd most assists ever in a single game.
Just a jaw-dropping performance, tying Kevin Porter's 29 assists from way back in '78.
Inside, here's Doc. And again, another assist.
And he has passed his way into the history books. That assist putting him even all time for the top spot.
Easily one of the best passing performances we've seen.
Yeah, 30 assists equals the mark set by Scott Skiles back in 1990. Mind-boggling.
To the middle. Here's Doc. And another dime for him.
There it is. Move over, everyone. There is a new assist king.
Oh, he's been magnificent all game with his playmaking. And now the record is his alone.
And to think that the high mark of 30 assists set by Skiles has been bested here tonight. What a game.
Detroit calls timeout. And the Pistons will... Setting the floor for Detroit. P.J. Tucker is out there with Duren. Then it's Tim Hardaway. Then there's Cunningham. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 2. And here's Cunningham outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Cunningham's got 12 points in just the 2nd half. To the paint. Here's Doc. And he dunks it down.
A snappy pass there from Daniels. He knows moving the ball well is a big part of why he's got court time.
Tucker up top. Cunningham passes to Tucker. Back to Cunningham. For 3, Caldwell Pope. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists tonight.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
This whole 2nd half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Cunningham outside. From the arc. And again with the rebound.
He's having as dominant a game on the boards as you will ever see.
And good! There's another!
What a moment. It's one for the history books. Again, he has set the record for the most points ever in a single game.
Unparalleled scoring capability. We've seen it time and time again. There's really nothing he can't do on a basketball court when he sets his mind to it.
That's the way to finish KCP with a show of force at the rim.
Doc. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Cunningham left side for 3. Hardaway. That one doesn't drop. Here's Doc. He's watched by Cunningham. Here's Doc driving in. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Cunningham. And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Hunter. Here's Doc. Over to the wing. Here's Daniels. Back to Nance. Here's Doc. Banked it in off the glass.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Pass to Duran. Outside Hardaway. Takes a three. Grabs the rebound again.
Boy, does this guy play hard. Acting like every board is his.
And would you believe he's tied the team record for most rebounds in a game? Unreal. Caldwell-Pope with it. Pass to Duran.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Now here's Cunningham. He's closely guarded. Duran in the post. Here's Tucker. Fires in the triple. Tucker's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Hardaway, the pass to Duran. On the wing, Caldwell-Pope. Tucker with a screen. Shot clock at 5. Back to Caldwell-Pope. And he rebounds again.
And he set the franchise record for rebounds in a game. What an absolute vacuum he's been tonight.
He's vacuumed up any and every miss off the glass. Great performance to write his name in the team record books.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Hawks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And with this win, they will now have 52 victories for the year.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for Doc.
He was in the zone. He's just a man on a mission, and that helped him notch that triple-double.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Duran with it. He's guarded by Nance. Duran, the pass to Cunningham. Goes back up. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
Here's Doc. Buries it down low.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And here's Cunningham. So we see the Hawks taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the...
For Ali.
coming in the league.
Man, I know scoring is up.